I'm a big nerd and I really like Spider-Man, like, a lot. So, naturally, I really like the Spider-Man video game. Now, would I like if it was bad? Yes. But don't worry, this one's actually good. See, look at this. He's running up the crane. He does his spider flip thing around the crane. Ooh, Spider-Man. Oh, he's gonna do it again. Oh, he caught it. He got the crane. No, watch out, Spider-Man. That's me. I'm Spider-Man. The game starts with a cutscene of Spider-Man eating toast. Wait, I eat toast. Spider-Man is just like me. Then he jumps out of the window because he's going to be late for his date with Kingpin. Spider-Man! So the central thing that makes the game good is how it makes you feel. For instance, the game makes you feel the pain of getting evicted.
I also kinda got evicted from my apartment.
Instead of making me feel like Spider-Man, I am Spider-Man! Okay, so maybe I'm not Spider-Man. I mean, he looks like this, and I look like the Hulk. But only when he looks like this. When this happens, I'm not thinking, oh no, I have to move the analog stick and press a button to stop the helicopter. I'm thinking, oh no, Spider-Man, think about how much you're going to have to pay in compensatory damages.
Compensatory damages is like, it's like compensation for damages. Oh yeah.
Now how are you going to buy the KF console? You know, and there are people there too. The coolest aspect of the game is the web slinging. I really like it. I may like it a little too much, because when I should be stopping the Super Duper 6 from destroying New York, I instead decide to swing over to a backpack that Peter left on the side of a building. But also, whee! So you always feel in control of Spider-Man. For instance, when I dive off of the Avengers Tower... Oh no. The stealth levels, however, don't make me feel like Spider-Man. They make me feel like I want to die. I don't want to play as Mary Jane. I'm Spider-Man. No, Mary Jane, no, don't hit the boxes. No!
What was that sound?
Dress up time. The game does not force you to play as icky, cool-looking Spider-Man suit that the developers designed, and I'm sure they worked very hard on it. It looks very good. Instead, you can play as a bunch of other Spider-Men that you can craft with tokens you get from doing stuff. Good! I spent my tokens on Eye Strain Spider-Man. Unfortunately, a while into the game, slight spoiler, Spider-Man dies. There are side quests to- Spider-Man, get the pigeon! Now, I can already hear you asking, Caleb, where do you align politically, and what is your opinion on the latest election? I don't know, man. I just like video games. The Game Awards were pretty cool, but I'm not sure how I feel about the results. Speaking of alignments, let's talk about the good guys and the bad guys. The main good guy is obviously Morgan Michaels. I don't really remember what he does, but I'm sure it was cooler than Spider-Man picking up and throwing this car. He also leaves his clothes in Mary Jane's kitchen, which is not cool, dude. Also, Miles is introduced later, and when Spider-Man teaches him how to fight, he says, "Hey Miles, punch me." Then when Miles punches him, Miles becomes Spider-Man's first victim. The true best character cannot be confined to mere categories like good and evil. J. Jonah Jameson can destroy human minds with his advanced reasoning.
I think I figured it out. He's eating them.
Speaking of these bad guys, it's naturally Spider-Man's, my responsibility to kill, defeat them. No, never mind, he's definitely dead. To defeat the bad guys, such as the infamous garbage goons, you must engage in conflict. Personally, I would prefer to converse with my enemies to see if we can come to an agreement. But my monkey brain says otherwise. The combat is so cool, I love it. Everything feels amazing, every hit has weight behind it. Dodging attacks feels great, the finishers are awesome. I can dodge a rocket and throw it back at the guy. The different gadgets you can use add a lot of variety. I can hit this guy with a web bomb and slam him into his friend. I can knock this guy off the roof. I'm Spider-Man! Have I mentioned that I like this game yet? I will now go into spoilers, so if you have not played the game, go play it. Or seal your fate. Peter helps Dr.
Where are the
Octavius, his idol, make robotic arms, which Dr. Octavius will
wow.
use later because he is losing control of his limbs. The robot arms turn him evil and he releases the bad virus in New York. Aunt May gets the bad virus and is about to die, so Peter has to go stop Octavius, who has the only sample of anti-serum. Peter fights Octavius on a building and removes the thing that lets him control the arms. Then the fight ends with this scene.
You do what you think is best, Doc. It's all any of us can.
Peter?
Even when it hurts like hell.
Peter, where are you going? Peter? Peter!
That scene is immediately followed by one that is even more emotional.
I don't know what to do.
Yes, you do.
This game's really good.